You are welcome to this amazing training program. My name is Ramadan Kasim Umar. I run a social media management agency and I also have a logistic company. I'm excited about this training because I know that this training is going to transform a lot of lives. So before we dive in, I'm going to spend a minute to review what we are going to be covering during this program. Our end goal is pretty simple. Okay, by the time you are done with this course, you should not just have an understanding about the Instagram marketing or Instagram algorithm and so on, but you should also have a pretty understanding on how to build a 7-figure business on Instagram. Okay, and the core of this training is about the 3 stages of Instagram marketing. Instagram marketing in general is about 3 stages. Okay, the hula value of Instagram marketing is about 3 stages. Number 1 is clarification. Okay, here is where you define what you are going to be doing, who needs your product, and setting up your account for success. Also understanding the Instagram algorithm, putting SEO on your page and so on. Okay, this is the stage where you do that. The second stage is the attraction. Okay, after you know who after you have set up your account, you know who you are going to be selling, you know what you are going to be selling, you know the algorithm, you know everything, then it's time to attract your target audience. How can you do that? You can do that through content creation, through visibility strategies, sponsored advert, hashtags, comment marketing, and so on. Okay, we are going to be talking about that in stage 2 when we come to stage 2 of the Instagram marketing, which is attraction, and the third stage is conversion. Okay, the third stage is conversion. Okay, so after you know what you're going to be selling and you have already know how to attract your target audience and you turn them to followers. Okay, so then the next step is to convert them into customers. Okay, you know that it's one thing to get followers and it's another thing to turn them into customers. So in stage 3, I'm going to show you how to do that, how to turn your followers into your customer, into paying customers. So that's it about Instagram marketing. It's about 3 stages. Okay, so I don't know what your experience is right now when it comes to Instagram marketing, but I'm going to assume you are basic, and this training is going to strive as much as possible towards that. With that said, let's get started. So what is Instagram marketing in general? Okay, Instagram marketing goes beyond just posting your product pictures and expecting people to rush to your DM and buy just like that. Okay, you just wake up one day and open an Instagram page, you started posting your pictures, your videos, and with a caption that says maybe available, or you just write the product name and expect people to rush to your DM without applying no strategies, without building trust, relationship, and so on. Okay, no one, you need to understand something. No one just open an account and within a week start to make thousands of sales or get thousands of followers. Okay, that's not how the algorithm works. That's not how the Instagram works. Yeah, it might be possible times, but you have to spend a lot of money doing sponsored advert or paying an influencer to give you a shout out. Okay, yeah, you can achieve that, but you have to spend a lot of money doing so. The reason why a lot of people don't make sales on Instagram is, number 1, their content sucks. Okay, maybe their pictures, their videos is low quality. Okay, or they are trying to sell to anyone. Anyone is their target audience. So, and the problem with selling to anyone is that you sell to no one. Okay, I'm going to explain what I mean here when we come to target audience. Another reason why people don't make sales on Instagram is they only talk about their brand and product all the time. Okay, they post what they post on their page is their product pictures all the time without giving a value or sharing something valuable with their followers. And the fourth reason is they expect people to know exactly who they are or why they are awesome. The moment they open their page, they think that people will know them, okay, without doing sponsored advert, without applying visibility strategies. These are the 4 reasons why people don't make sales on Instagram. And that's not how Instagram works. before you start making sales on Instagram, you must apply the 3 stages of Instagram marketing like I mentioned earlier, which are clarification, attraction, and conversion. And in this module, especially this video, we will start with stage 1, which is clarification. Before you start selling anything, not just on social media or on Instagram, you need to answer this question. You need to have a clear answer to these questions, okay? Which are, number 1, what do you sell? What you are going to be selling? What kind of product are you going to be selling? Are you going to be selling hair product, organic or inorganic product? Are you going to be selling fashion product? Are you going to be selling fashion accessories, shoes, bags, anything? You need to be clear on what you are going to be selling from the beginning, okay? After you state what you are going to be selling, then you need to ask yourself, why will people buy my product? Okay, this is very important. You need to ask yourself, why will people buy my product? That's the benefit and solution or the problem your customers are facing, and what is the solution your product offer. For example, why do women buy dresses? Why? Okay, it's either she wants to boost her confidence, or to slay an event, or she just want to impress her man, or to make herself happy. Okay, these are one of the benefits that makes women buy dresses. Not just to buy dresses for the sake of dresses, okay, for the sake of clothing their body. Another example is, why do people buy skincare products? One of the reasons is maybe they have a rough skin and they want a solution quickly. They also want to boost their self-esteem. They want to love their skin. They want to be attractive to the opposite sex. Okay, these are the benefit or solution that this product provides. You need to ask yourself these questions since from the beginning, since before you start even selling anything on Instagram. You need to have a clear understanding about this question. If you can answer this question, you will never find it hard to write caption that sells. Because if you know the solution or the benefit your product is, your customers get when they buy your product, when you are writing your caption, the person you are writing it to will feel like you are talking to them, and you understand exactly how they are feeling, the pain they are going through, what is keeping them up at night, everything. Okay, if you know this benefit and solution, you will never find it hard to write caption that sells. That's why it's very important to know the solution or the benefit your product provide. Okay. The third question is, who are the people that need my product? That means your target audience. Who are your target audience? Who they are, where do they live? You need to know this. Who they are. Are they male or female, or are they both? Are they adults or teenagers? Okay. Where do they live? Okay, where are they located? Are they in the northern part, or are they in the southern part of Nigeria? Are they even in Nigeria? Are they in Africa? Or what interests them? What language do they speak? Do they speak English, or do they even speak Hausa or Yoruba or Igbo? You need to answer all these questions, because everyone doesn't need your product. Okay, everyone doesn't need your product. A lot of people don't know who their target audience are, and that's the reason they are not making sales on Instagram, on social media in general, or in business in general. How can you say that every woman is your target audience just because you sell hair product? So let's assume every woman wants your product, but does every woman have money to buy your product? Okay, do they have the money to buy your product? Do every woman have the money to buy your product? That's also a factor that you should consider. Not just if someone wants your product, but you also have to consider that, can that person afford your product? Okay, if you focus on serving everyone instead of focusing on the ones that actually need your product and have the buying power, you will always find it difficult to make sales, or you will always be dealing with people that always say your price is high, or the people that will say, I will get back to you, or something like that. Okay, so now So now the big question you have been waiting for: how can you know who your target audience are? How can you know who your target audience are? There are basically two ways that you can know who your target audience are. Number one is if you have already started selling something on social media. I want you to look at your customer base. Okay, let's say for example, let's say you sell children's clothes and you have 20 customers. Okay, you sell children's clothes and you have 20 customers, and you look at these customers. Out of these 20 people, 15 of them are women who are also married between the ages of 25 and 45, and they also majorly live in the northern part of Nigeria. Okay, and you figure out that they are all interested in keeping their kids happy and clean. So you see, what that means is that your target audience are: number one, women. They are also married and from the age of 25 to 45 years, and they also live in the northern states, and they are also interested in keeping their kids happy and clean. So now, since you know that your target audience are women, okay, so all your marketing efforts, your posting, your caption, everything you do will be around these women. Okay, everything you do, your marketing effort, your sponsored advert, your hashtag will be around these women. Because why? You know exactly these are the people that need your product. So you shouldn't waste your time on dealing with targeting men or something like that. But don't get me wrong, okay? This doesn't mean that when a man come to order from you, okay, you sell children's clothes and a man come to order for his kid, that doesn't mean that you will not sell it to them. Okay, when something is not wrong with you, but you will not be wasting your time on them. Okay, and the next step to figure who your target audience are is to answer if you haven't started selling anything on Instagram. Okay, so how can you know who your target audience if you have never started selling anything on Instagram or on social media? You are just starting your business. You can do that by answering these questions, okay, which are: number one, you need to know what are their agendas. Okay, for example, you sell fabrics. I like to give an example with fabrics. Or let's say you sell kitchen utensils. So if you are selling kitchen utensils, from your mind, okay, when they ask you who are the people that buy kitchen utensils, you know exactly they are female, they are women. Okay, men buy it sometimes, but let's say 80% are women. So you know from your you know that your target audience are women. Then their gender, their age range, okay, it can be from 20 to 30, from 18, it depends. But you should know that you can't say your target audience started from maybe 10 years or 15 years, okay, because you cannot be dealing with people that are broke, people that go and collect money from their parents. Okay, you need someone that has the capability to buy your product on the spot they saw your post or something like that. And you also need to figure out their locations, their relationship status, are they married or single, and also what they are interested in. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's answer this question step by step. I will be using my business as an example, as a coach. Okay, so I'm a coach. I teach people how to make sales on social media. So who are my target audience? Number one is the agenda, right? So who are the majority of entrepreneurs online are women. I figured out that the majority of entrepreneurs that are online are women. So my target audience gender is women, and their age range is between 22 to 40 years old. They also, the location is they majorly live in the northern part of Nigeria. Okay, so, and also their relationship status most of them are married. Most of my students are married. My target, or most of the entrepreneurs are married, and they are also interested in growing their business and making more sales. And now, every time I'm organizing a class or I created a new course or something like that, 90% are women and 10% are men. You see, even though I don't target men, but still I get them as my customers. This is exactly what I mean. Okay, one last thing I always ask one last thing is I always get asked is, where do I know who my target audience are? So like people are asking me, can they go to somewhere or online to get their target audience, or to know who are their target audience? The answer is no. You are not going to find it written anywhere. Okay, maybe you can search on Google or something like that, but to have a clear understanding of your target audience, you need to think and answer these questions by yourself. Okay, so if you are already marketing on Instagram and you are not making sales on Instagram, okay, I want you to go to your audience insight. Okay, go to your profile and go to insight. Then go to your audience, and then I want you to check to see if your followers match with your target audience. Okay, you know that Instagram give you insight of who your followers are, so I want you to compare your followers, your currently followers, the followers you have right now, and with your target audience. Okay, so if they match, then you are good to move to the next step. But if they didn't, if your followers and your target audience didn't match, okay, well, now you know why you are not making sales, and you need to change that. Okay, you need to start looking for new followers who are your target audience. What do I mean by that? For example, let's say you are a cake artist in Abuja and 70% of your followers are in Lagos. So they are definitely not your target audience, and they will likely not patronize you. Even if they do, okay, transportation will become a barrier. So that's what I mean. Let's move to the next question. The first question is your branding. So before you open an account on Instagram, you need to define your brand. No matter how small your business is, okay, no matter how your capital is, no matter how small your business is, you need to brand your business very well. One thing you should know about Instagram, okay, is all about packaging. Instagram is all about packaging. Instagram is for posh people. No one is broke on Instagram. There are no broke people on Instagram. So for you to succeed on social media, not just Instagram, your packaging and branding has to be top notch. So what is branding? Branding, by definition, by Google, is a marketing practice in which a company creates a name, symbol, or a design that is easily identifiable as belonging to the company. An effective branding and packaging can help you beat your competition, can help you stand out in your market. Okay, so why is branding important? Why do you need to even brand? Number one is it gives you an edge over your competitors. The second one is it makes your brand memorable in your customers' mind. The third one is good branding will help your chances of making more sales, because people will perceive your brand as valuable or even as an expert. Simple ways to create. So how can you create your brand? Okay, so here are simple ways that you can create your brand. Number one is to choose your brand colors and be consistent with it. Colors is one of the quickest and most effective way to instantly give readers an idea of your brand. In fact, colors increase brand recognition by 80%. So before you even choose your brand colors, you need to do a proper research. The second one is create a logo. Use your brand logo as your profile photo on Instagram. Never use your product pictures as your profile photo. Okay, you should never use your product picture. Just because you sell perfumes, you should not use perfume as your profile picture on Instagram. That's not branding. Okay, you are not giving a personality to your business. But you can use your personal picture of yourself as a profile photo on Instagram. For example, if you are a personal brand, okay, you can use your picture. But please, if you are a company, if you are not a personal brand, okay, if your company is more than one or two people, okay, you should not use your personal picture. You should use your brand logo. You can design your own logo using Canva. It's not that too difficult. Okay, just search for www.canva.com. Okay, and the third, state your slogan. You should state your slogan. You should create a memorable and meaningful and concise statement that captures the essence of your brand. Your brand is built to be a true representation of who you are as a business and how you wish to be perceived. Then the next question, after you have done your branding, then the next question is to decide your consistency. Okay, is to be consistent. Consistency is the key to succeeding on Instagram or in life in general. Okay, trust me, you should not expect to start making thousands of sales and getting thousands of followers the moment you open an Instagram business account. It takes time to build. Okay, you should be patient with Instagram. You just need to be consistent and show up every day. Okay, at first it might be difficult, but it will get better. You cannot just post today and abandon the page till you feel when you like you cannot just post today and abandon the page till when you feel like posting again. You need to be consistent. You can decide to be posting 4 times a day, 2 times a day, 1 times a day. Okay, but minimum should be 1 time a day. Okay, if you want to grow quickly on Instagram. But the reason why a lot of people don't post on Instagram daily on Instagram is because they only post their product pictures all the time. Okay, and they quickly run out of them. But there are other types of content that you can create, not just your product picture, that will also help you sell on Instagram. I will be showing you how to create this type of content that you can mix them with your product picture and increase your sales on Instagram. That's it. We have come to the end of this video.